Hi guys, welcome to another floss tube with Ashley from Monkey and Mouse Stitchery. Hard to believe it's that time of year again already. It's already my light is right in my eyeball. Sorry, it's already time for the end of year WIP Parade. So here's how we're gonna do it. I have a giant pile of WIPs here. I know last year I said I had too many at 20. There's definitely more than 20 there now. But we'll go through all of it. We'll get at it. And then at the end, we'll do a bit of a life update and a little bit of a shop talk update and all that good stuff. So I've tried to organize this by designer. Not guarantee that they're all going to be in the right order, but we'll try. And you're also going to have to be a little bit patient with me because my one tablet won't transfer onto my other tablet. So I have to go back and forth between two tablets to get all the stats for you guys. As a rule of thumb, I will try to tell you who is who. But most of my fabric is either from Kaylee 10 Stitch, from the sewing shop, or Rolanda, from Hand Dye by Rolanda. There's a few off here and there, but I'll let you know. But for the most part, that's who does my fabric, if you're curious. And again, unless I say so, it's safe to assume it's either DMC or CXC thread, because those are my go-tos. Alrighty, so let's get started, shall we? I will do this big guy first. Well, it's not really a big guy, but the frame is big. Because I was spoiled for Christmas, and I got a new stand from Paint Fairy. Is that right? I think that's the right name. Anyways, not sponsored, so it doesn't matter if I get it right. And it is holding beautiful scroll rods. Like, I absolutely adore them. Anyways, this is a new mystery style stitch along for 2026. And it is by Creatively Crafting. Let me check. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, it's called the Cryptid Adorable Sal by Creatively Crafting. Oops, dropped my frame. And it's at I have it at 12.55%, so that's 434 stitches out of 3,459 stitches. Yeah, so it's just those little squares. And the title that needs to be done before January 26th. And then I believe the first pattern will be released. And I know I say this every year. I'm sorry to sell. I'm going to stay on top of it. But this year I actually mean it. They're just little boxes. So I'm assuming each month is a little critter to go in there. So we'll see. I think it should be manageable. Might end up not being manageable, but I think it will be fine. And I would really like to start it and finish it this year, like for 2026. But again, high hopes. There's a lot of high hopes that were dashed this year, apparently. But that's okay. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Let's see who's on top here. We have, okay. This is my Golden Eye Dragling. Dragling? Yes. By Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And it's a Heaven and Earth. And I'll insert a picture from last year somewhere in the vicinity, if I have one. But yes, I believe I did this and this year. So not a lot, like a 10 by 10 block here for all across here. And then this strip down. And I think this is one of the ones that I've changed to 10 stitch to try to get some work done on it. So yeah, so what are my numbers at for this one? They are, unplug the tablet so I can get to it better. I'm at 3.26%, which is 2,754 stitches out of 84,500. And this is what she will look like when she's done. So she's beautiful. So hopefully we'll get some work into it this year, but again, it's not a priority. So we'll see if we get anything in on that. Oh, that one shouldn't be there. That's not Heaven and Earth. This one is another one of my Heaven and Earth. Oh, do we have it the right way? This is the right way. So this is Mini Beloved Flipped by something Lewis, I believe. Let me look here. I was not even close. Adeline Shelter? I'll pull it up and show you here. So that's what that will look like. And that was a restart last year. So I had originally started it on 25 count, but wasn't a fan of it. So moved it on to, this is 20 count, 1/1. So I just threw it on the floor. It's at 10.44%. That's 8,532 stitches out of 81,750. Sorry, threw it on the ground. So yeah, so it's getting some work. And this is one I definitely want to put more into this year. So I'm going to start a little pile over here, which is the Get Some Love pile. And yeah, I think those are the only Hades I have. I think I only have 2 of them. Okay, and then I have another one here I want to start, but I decided no, so I'm going to just leave it there. And then I have this one here, which is a very minuscule start, but it was a start this year. And it is this pattern. It's called Skull Sampler 2 by the Owl Stitching House. And that's what it will look like, if you can see my tablet, will let you see, when it's complete. So this is a new floss. So this is Kaylee. Wait, is this a lie? I might be lying to you. This feels like Rolanda. This is Rolanda fabric. So this is Rolanda. And this floss. Who is this floss? It's the same person who does floss on other projects, so I'll tell you. I'll say the skull fabric, so we'll know who it is. But yeah, it's off Etsy, and I absolutely adore their floss. So I think I have 3 projects now that I'm doing with their floss. This is one of them. So again, I started this one camping, and I dropped it right beside the fire, and it got soot everywhere. So I had to bring it home, wash it, pray that it came out, and it came out. But now I have to find the bag that has the floss in it, which my house gremlins have apparently stolen, and I have not found it yet. So that's why this one does not have any work on it really, except the 3 little skulls I did before I dropped it. So it's at 1.54%, and that's 189 stitches out of 12,303. So yeah, so hopefully that will get some work this year, but again, I'm going to say about every single thing, so take it as you will. Next is my long dog, Queen of Hearts, and this is a restart because I had it on a piece of Rolanda fabric, and I think it was 22 count Ada I had it on, which I love, but for whatever reason, that one, I was destroying the fabric, and I don't know what I was doing. It was a user error, not fabric error. I was doing something, and it just was not happy with me, and I was getting very frustrated with it. And when I was heading into my hoop the one day, I totally pulled too hard and destroyed a whole bunch of the threads going right down the middle of the pattern. So I was like, well, guess we're starting over. So this is what it will look like. But again, there's no before picture because it was a restart. And this is what we have done. Isn't it pretty? So that is Kaylee fabric. And what's the name of this fabric? Because Kaylee names hers. Queen of the Night, 16 count Ada with a Rolanda hand-dyed floss. Do I have the name of the floss? I think it's Red Garnet. I think that's what one it is. But it's pretty, and I really enjoy it, and it's going in the make sure you work on it pile. So next I'm going to do one of my Kaylee patterns, which is Evil Girl Ophelia. Love her so much. But again, I'm stuck in the corner in the background, which is the bane of my existence. So I've also swapped this one to 10 stitch, I believe it looks like. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing 3-strand tent on, oh, the tag's gone on this one. I think this is 20 count or 18 count. It'd either be 20 or 18 count of Kaylee's fabric, and I think this is Lisa Frank, I think is the dye. The fabric, but yeah, that's where it's at. I might have added a bit in here, but not a whole lot of work has gone on her this year, which makes me sad, because like I said, I'm stuck in black. So I need to work on that. So I think I'm going to also put that in the work on it this year pile. And put it over there. This is my ramen noodle cow. And it is on my other tablet. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was at for Evil Ophelia. I just told you what it was. I'm at 1.36%, which is English. Very tricky. 1.36%, which is 2,159 stitches out of 159,200 stitches. So there we go. So Ramen Noodle Man. It is an Etsy pattern. And it's at 0.99%. I guess I couldn't have done 2 more stitches to get 1%. What was I thinking? And that's 747 stitches out of 75,585. So my ramen cow will look like this when it's done. And this is a gift for my best friend's child whenever it gets done. I made no promises. So that's all I have. It's in the nose. It hasn't been touched at all this year. Sorry, dude. Haven't touched it. Maybe this year I'll get lucky and I'll get a couple hundred stitches. We'll see. So it'll go there. And then this one is, the fabric is paint by stitches, painted stitches. I have the tag. Hold on. Sorry, crinkle. Paint with stitches. Paint with stitches, and the color is Candyland. And this was a start at Stitch North this past, in 2025. So there'll be no before picture for my WIP Parade because it was a this year start. But I've enjoyed working on it. Yeah, again, I just have too many things. So I put it down. Doesn't get picked up again. Yeah, I really enjoy it. And it's Rolanda fabric that it's on. Sorry. Paint with Stitches fabric. And Rolanda thread. Some of her silk, which is beautiful to work with. And I'll show you what that'll look like when it's done. I don't have an accurate number count because if you look on the picture, the farthest most border I'm taking off. So I think I'm going to stop at there. So what my finger's over, I think I'm taking all of that off. Because it just seems unnecessary to me. Like, it's beautiful, but it just seems unnecessary. We'll see how I feel when I get to here. I might even just do the inner diamond, and leave it at that. We'll see. But again, that's in the don't worry about it this year pile because I have other things that I want to focus on. This next one being one of them. So I'll show you both the pictures first because they kind of go together. Oh, not that one. View PDF. So this is a JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen people. And this is for my son. So I started it as part of a Christmas gift for last year. Like, he knew he wasn't getting it last year. But I want to try to get it done this year. And it shouldn't be that bad, okay? because each of them only have, they're very similar. This one has under 4,000 stitches, and it's already at 22.22%. That's for the baddies. I'll show you it in a second. And then the good guys are at 24.8%, which is 914 stitches out of 3,686 stitches. So like, they're doable. They're not big. I want to get them done this year for him. So they're going to be on my definite, like, you need to work on this and get this done. So there is the starts of it. It was actually only these two this morning. And then this bit I actually ended up putting in this morning. My daughter was playing Mario Kart and needed a cheering squad. So I won't just sit here and just sit here. I have to be busy. So I got the outline of her done and the start of the head of this person done. So they have officially been worked on this year. Ha ha ha. So there's that. And then this is the baddies. So yeah. And I don't think I have a before picture for those ones. And those ones are going to actually sit right here beside me because I'm going to work on those some more this afternoon. Okay, the next one is Meatball Head, my Sailor Moon. So if you would have watched last year's WIp Parade, you would know that this one had some major croppage going on in it. So here's what the original looks like. It's from Tilton Craft. Okay. But I'm cutting out everybody except Sailor Moon. So I just want Meatball Head. So my count isn't accurate at all. But that's where we're at so far. The bridge of the nose and the start of one eye. I don't think I put anything on it this year. And I'm okay with that. Because again, it wasn't a priority. So in the bag it goes. This next one was a new start. So it'll be on my new tablet. Oops, wrong button. It is by Raven Coven. It's called Flight of the Witch. I have 48.5% done, which is 31,487 stitches out of 65,535 stitches. So that is what she will look like when she's done. Okay. And I'm doing it monochromatic, one color. I'm just doing it in this gorgeous burgundy on this beautiful Kaylee fabric. So yeah, so it's coming. It's coming. I don't know how the numbers say I've got so much done because it doesn't look like I have so much done when you look at it compared to the image, but who am I to tell it it's lying, right? And what color am I using? I'm using 3685. That's the color I'm using for it. It's working up beautifully. That's going to go in the I don't know what to do with the pile. Because I want to work on it, but it's not a priority. So we're going to put it there. And then this one is a Ghostly Mandala by Ink Circles. And it is at 19.14%, which is 985 stitches out of 5,145 stitches. So it's fun. It's on a piece of fabric that is actually Roxy Floss Co., I believe. One of her oopses. I love going when designers have bins of like fabric that didn't turn out quite the way I wanted to, because it's still gorgeous. I still love it. And it's usually a fraction of the price. And I'm all about saving money where I can. Okay, so I found that floss from the, well, not the color, but the person who made it. So Pirate Robin is the name of the Etsy shop that is this pattern, the next pattern, and the one that I started camping that I dropped in the soot. It's all by Pirate Robin. I love her love her floss. It is fantastic. And she even dye lots it. So if you run out and need to order more, you can always request your dye lot if she has any left. Yeah, so I love that because most dyers don't put dye lots on it. So you're just guessing if it's the same dye lot. Yeah, this was a this year cert too. Love it, but again, don't know what to do with it. So it's going in the don't know what to do pile. The next one is a Halloween one. And this fabric is from Enchanting Layer. She's lovely. Met her at Stitch North. Hopefully she'll be back this year. So this is a Halloween Sal by, is it Bird? It's on paper. It's by Emily Pangeli. So I don't have a stitch count because it's on paper. But there it is. And I won't have a before picture because I started it at Stitch North this year. Ooh, this one. I'm excited to show you guys this one. So this is my Adat Walker, my ATAs. And it is by Awesome Pattern Studio. And this is what it will look like when it's finished. Okay. When you see the before picture of last year and this picture, I have done so much. It might not look like so much, but I've done so much if you compare the two pictures here. I'm going to put it here and put the other picture over my face. And you can ooh and ah with me. See, ready? Ooh, ah. Good work, Ashley. So you got to toot your own horn. If you don't, who is going to? So this is going in the finish it this year pile. We'll see if that actually happens, but you know, that's the pile it's going in. And then I have a few here from Forbidden Fiber Co. This was the Jaws one. It hasn't been touched all year. So I'll show you quick. Boop. Nothing new on it. It's on paper. So I have no count or anything for it. It's all stuff, a kit from them. So it's all Forbidden Fiber Co. stuff. Same with this one. This was the Goonie one. It's had a little bit, I think, maybe. The gray and the gray here. But nothing to write home about. Like, nothing major. Yeah. The one of theirs that I do have, and I have done so much work on, is my Cobra Kai. But it's at work. It's decided to stay at work for Christmas. So I will be showing you that one soon complete, hopefully. I have 2 bands left. Basically, and then it's done. So we're getting there. And then this one is the Maleficent one. And still love this bag because she's my favorite villain. And then I just took this to one stitching night at Williams with my group. That's all I got done. So that's it. Nothing too fancy on those ones. And they're going in my... Sorry, I'm rocking my thing where I have my phone sitting. They're going in the Don't Worry About It pile this year, which is actually looking quite substantial. So we'll see. And then this one is the Supernatural Sal from Witchy Stitcher. And I just found it yesterday. My house gremlins took it. So nothing has been done on it at all. But that's okay. So there's that one. It's going in the Don't Worry About It this year pile as well. And I don't think I have a count on that one. Because I think I was working on them on paper. So this one is an unconventional cross stitch. This is Glory to the Green Witch. I have not worked on her since I started her, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure if there's a picture of it last year or if I started it last year. I can't remember. So I'll have to look and see. But it's on my old tablet, so I feel like there should be a picture of it. We'll have to see. But I'm at 1.69%, which is 1,312 stitches out of 77,500. So she's got quite a bit of way to go still. And I feel like that's also going to go in my not focus on this year pile. This is getting to be a very substantial pile. Okay, this is my other unconventional. On a gorgeous piece of Kaylee fabric. As my daughter affectionately calls it, this is the A Butt pattern. But it's really called Succubus by Christopher Lavelle. I just like her name better. A Butt. And I'm still on the butt. And there has been some work in it though, so you will see a picture. And we are at 0.87%, so we're not even at 1% yet. And we've already done 3,163 stitches out of 362,600. So she's got quite a ways to go, but love her. So she's going on the work on it this year pile for sure. And then I have some autumn lanes here. So this is my minnow. And there'll be a before picture for this one. And I definitely got a good bit of this done. I think I was only on the top corner. So, like, not a lot, but some. There's been some progress on it. So that makes me happy. Put that in this one. And I want to work on this one this year. Because my daughter keeps asking for it. So I really need to work on that. And then this is my other autumn lane. And there'll be some good work on this one too. Because when you saw it last year in the WIP Parade, there was not even the first house was done. Now the first house is done and we're working our way down the street. So it's coming. Again, I don't have numbers for this one because it is, Rogue Floss. What did that fall out of? Probably this one. Because that's the colors that are in my minute. So it's coming. But again, no numbers because it is an unconventional and, it's an autumn lane. So it doesn't have numbers. It has numbers. It doesn't have a paper. So this is what happens when you do WIP parades. And stuff just ends up going everywhere. This is sitting on my couch. And I don't know who it belongs to. I need to really label my boxes. This looks like Evil Ophelia. I think this is Evil Ophelia. I'll put it there and we'll have to check. I think that's who that's for. Alright, and then this one, what do we have in here? We have... Oh, I don't want this one yet. Put that there. Close this up. Put that in the autumn lane. It's a don't worry about it pile. It's a you'll get to it when you get to it pile. Okay, this next one is Rosalina from Mario. And it's a Make It Pink pattern. And I don't think I've worked on it this year. It's at 1.74%. And this is what she will look like when she's done. So, tablet focus. That's what she'll look like when she's done. There's been nothing done on her this year, which is unfortunate. Because she's beautiful. But, with that being said, it's going in my don't worry about it this year pile. She's really pretty. I really like her. But I'm focusing on another one by her. Which is the next one up, which is my Peludo, Sailor Peludo. She's at 2.9%. She's had some work on it since you saw her last. Let me see if I can get this so you can actually see it. So that is what she will look like when she's done. Sorry, you can see the white of the stitches I've done. And that's what we've done. So I did a little more in her leg and some over here, I think, since you saw it last. But yeah, it's coming. And I had it on one of my scroll frames the other day, and it made such a difference. Being able to work on a scroll frame with a magnifier for those fractionals. Because I got a magnifier for Christmas because I'm spoiled. And was wonderful to work on with the magnifier. So that's going to go on my work on this year pile. All right, now we have a bunch of tiny modernists. So, yes, I want to close that application. So this one I never took the PDF for. So it is the moon one. I have the bag with the picture of it somewhere. Where is it? I think it's this one. Ha! Oh, maybe not. Got cocky. Where'd it go? I just saw it a minute ago. Well, I don't know where it is right now. I just saw it, but it's gone. Okay, so I'm probably about... I can't see this fabric so light. There we go. I'm probably about a quarter of the way done. And I also started this at Stitch North, so there won't be a photo from last year. But yeah, I'm happy with that and how it's going. This was obviously not in that bag. Which bag was this in? Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh well, we'll figure it out. And this is the Stitch Witch. And it is at 46.39%, which is 5,694 out of 12,274. So she will look like this when she's done. And this is where we're at. So it'll be a big difference from last year's WIP Parade. I'll definitely put a picture in so you can see. I'm happy with how much I've got done on her. And she'll be definitely going in the work on it this year pile. Put her back in her bag here. So that'll be going over there. And then this one. Oh, I know it was in here now. It was this one. Which is Palm Reader. From Tiny Modernist. And I am at 28.9%, which is 1,003 stitches out of 3,471 stitches. So it's not that big, but it's coming. And it'll look like... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wrong button. This isn't very... You can't... The mock-up isn't great. But that's what it'll look like when it's done. But there's all like back stitching in the hand. Let me see if I can find a better picture of it. View PDF. There we go. I'll hold it back here so you can't copy it. Give it close so you can see the hand. You can't copy the pattern, you have to buy it yourself. But yeah, that's Tiny Modernist, and I'm loving it. So have to keep working on that. I feel like all of hers are going to be in my work on it this year pile. So that's over there. The next one we have from her is the Alice in Wonderland tree. And it's at 44.95%, which is 4,534 stitches out of 10,086. So this will also have a bit of work on it from last year. I'll be able to see. That's it there. And my friend Beck put me to absolute shame. She started the Wizard of Oz one like 2 months ago and finished it already. Like, well, thanks for making me look bad. So there's a basic mock-up of what it's going to be without any of the back stitching. It gives you a general idea of what it will look like. So yeah, that's also in the get it done pile. You're halfway there, just get it done. Alright, my last Tiny Modernist is the Belle Moon Pull. This will have a huge difference from when it was seen last year. Because I think last year it was just maybe the middle of the trees. Yeah, you got lots done on that one. So it's at 57.35%, which is 4,390 stitches out of 7,655. So it's getting there. And let's see the mock-up of this one. It's hard to see again because it's on white, so you can't really see the white on the white. But that's basically what it will look like. So that is good, and it's going in my finish it already pile. All right, we're almost at the end, guys. It's only been 36 minutes. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not like, but either way, here we are. And then this one is Witchy Stitcher. I believe it's on my old tablet, which is probably why it hasn't been worked on much. I really got to figure out how to transfer these patterns over. I don't know why it won't work, because I transferred majority of them over, but there's a few that just won't transfer. And I don't understand. Okay, so this is at 56.98%, which is 4,136 stitches out of 7,259 stitches. Excuse me. And it'll look like, it'll look something like that when it's done. And that is what we are at. It's coming. It's coming. Slowly but surely, it's coming. So we're working on that. And then that'll be done before I know it, hopefully. And then what do I have left over here? Oh, over here I have... Oh, there's the... I was like, I just saw it. I'll show it to you. That's the Tiny Mar on Miss Moon one I was talking about. This one? Oh, upside down. That's what it will look like. I used my own colors, my own floss, my own fabric. So I changed everything up. But that's what it will look like. I'm going to put it back in the bag while I have it. Zip it up. Okay, now for what I have left. What do I have left over here? Reaching. Okay, so this is a Sal by Foxy Floss Shop. And it's her Flower Dragon Sal. I started it and then kind of stalled out on it because I think it's because my colors are so close to my fabric. I was having a hard time. But now that I have the light with the magnifier, I feel like on this opalescent it'll be a lot easier. So I'm going to try it again. And now that I've seen two more of the dragons that are out, the one's blue, the one's purple, I'm not concerned about it all blending in like I was with this one. People in the group have been lovely, and they've said, no, it's not blending, it looks fine. So I kind of been hesitant to work on it, because I feel like it's just all blended in. But we'll see. We'll keep plugging at it, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's in there. And that's gonna go in the, I don't know what to do with you, pal. And then this one is a Nora Corbett. I forget the name of her right now. But she's pretty close to being done. So I really should just finish her up too. But, you know. It's not how I roll. But hopefully this year that one will get done. And then this is my Aphrodite Mermaid. So if you watched last year's WIP Parade, you would know I was working on the head. I am not working on the head anymore. I flipped over my fabric, started in the middle, and started over. I realized I had a bunch of counting errors, so I decided to just start over. And I'm glad I did. It's looking good. I just started it over again a little bit ago. So there's not much progress on it, but I'm feeling a lot better about it, which is what matters. So that is going to go over there with the pattern so I don't lose it. And yeah, and I think, oh, I've got one more sitting here beside me. Uh-oh, B52 fell out from somewhere. Probably this one. And if it's not, we'll figure that out later. Okay, what's in here? That is that one in my moon. So I probably should put that in the work on it this year pile because that girl's almost done. Okay, and this one is from Paint Fairy Cross Stitch, the same place I got the stand and the frames from, and it's a stamped cross stitch, and it's Chibi Moon, and it's a painted, so I don't have to count. I can just, and this won't be on last year's because I just started it, and it's one I typically take to dance. Because I don't have to count when I'm sitting there, so I don't need to bring my tablet or anything. I can just pick a color and go. So yeah, that's getting worked on. And that is all of my active WIPs. I wasn't counting, but that was a lot. I will have to go through and tally them all up at the end and let you guys know I'll put a number on the screen right here. Did I do it? Let's hope I did it. It'll be like, la, on the screen, and you'll know exactly how many I had, or have currently, because I'm not done yet. And let me reach over, because I have a few things to show. First off, I have 2 finishes, right? It wasn't a year with no finishes. Look at me go. So I have my Raven, which I just got. It's a Satsuma Street. Here, maybe I'll go like this. I'll put my tablet behind it. There we go. It's a Satsuma Street kit that I got from 123 Stitch. I'm very proud of this and very proud of myself. This was a Good Girl, You Started Therapy. Good Girl, You're Still Going to Therapy project. So, very proud. It's done. And I need to turn it into an ornament so it can hang on my tree for next year. I can be very proud of myself every time I look at it. And since it was almost done, I picked this one up for my next Good Girl, You're Still Going to Therapy project. And yeah, got that at my last Stitchy Day, which I'll talk about in a minute. And yeah, it was good. So I'm excited to start that one. And then this is my beautiful finish, Claire by Nora Corbett. Isn't she gorgeous? I set myself a goal, guys, and I actually did it. Okay? Very proud. I wanted to have it done to take to the Queen City Stitch Retreat, which I ended up not going to because of politics, and we're not going to get into that. But I said I was going to have it done to put it on the brag table. And if I would have made it and I would have gone, it would have been done to be on the brag table. So it makes me a little bit sad. But I set a goal and I did it. So I'm so proud. Isn't she gorgeous? So I think I want to put her in an oval frame and get her done. But I'm not sure. I might frame it myself. I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. But I'm very proud of it. It's done. It's beautiful. I'm glad to have her done and not to bring her into this year with me. All right. So, gifts. It was just Christmas a couple days ago, and my husband usually gets me some lovely patterns for Christmas. And this year was no different. So he got me Sea Witch by Nora Corbett, which is gorgeous. Love her. So there's that one. And then this is something I've been wanting to do for a bit. So, not sure when I'm going to start it. Not sure. But I'm going to say I have to get some things done before I'm allowed to start this one. Because I already have a New Year, New Start. Okay. So before I can start these ones, I have to get some other things done. Which I'm hoping will motivate me to finish some of the other things. Because I got their mermaid letters. So I got E for my last name. And I got D for my daughter, for Dorothy. And G for my son, Grayson. So what I want to do is I want to go G, oh yeah, and have them all on the same fabric, all framed separately, but on the same wall. So then if when Grayson gets big and moves out, if he wants to take his G with him, he can. I doubt he would want to because, but if he did, it's his. He'd be more than welcome to it. And then if Dorothy wanted to take hers when she gets big, she'd be more than welcome to take it because it's hers. But I will always have the E. The E is mine. But until then, the goal is to do them and have them hanging on the wall. Grayson first, Dorothy second, E in the middle. And just have it like in my entryway somewhere. So I think that'll be really pretty. I'm thinking like a dusty gray or I don't know. I'll have to look and see. If you have any ideas for colors of fabric that would look good for all three of these, here, I'll put them up nice and close. Let me know below if you have any suggestions for colors for fabric. Okay? Because I'm not going to change the colors of the beads or the floss or anything like that because my husband bought me the beads. So I have all that, so I just need to find a fabric that'll work for all of them. So there's that. And then for my New Year, New Start, even though I don't need one, I like to have one. And we're going to do Nora Corbett, Miss Spider. Isn't she cute? So I'm going to do her, and I'm going to put it on this lovely green. Looks a little bit washed out. Whoops, there's all the colors. When floss attacks. I forgot I had that in there. But yeah, so that's what it'll be on. With all the beautiful floss that just attacked me, I'll have to put those on drops. And get that started on New Year's Eve. While we're hanging out. So yeah, so as far as stitching, that's all I have. But yeah, so a little bit of a life update, as you, if you're local, you'll know. I've started a stitching group that we meet every other month, and we have a stitchy day in Guelph. So it's a lot of fun. I'll post for next month. The next time we meet is February. So I'm going to post the information for that starting in the beginning of January. And there'll be a sign-up sheet and everything. And they're smaller events. It's like 30, 35 people, 40 at the absolute most. And that depends if I have one or two vendors. Because if I have two vendors, I can only have 35. If I have one vendor, then I can have 40. Just because of tables and everything. And spacing. Because I want to make sure everybody has enough room. But yeah, so that's going on every other month with me. Right now it's $15 a person. That may change if the fees for the room change in the new year. If their prices go up, unfortunately, mine have to go up. And yeah, so we'll see. The first two I've had so far have been pretty well sold out, well attended. We've had a great time. I've really enjoyed it. We've had some great vendors. Kaylee 10 Stitch from the sewing shop vended at the first one, as well as myself. And then last month we had Texture Treasures Karen come down from Ottawa. So that was a lot of fun. That's where I got my Mill Hill kit. And a bunch of us all stocked up on all that kind of stuff. Because we typically only get to see her at Stitch North. She's not usually down this way that often. So that was really nice to see her. And get to spend the day with her and her husband. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so if that's something you're interested in, reach out. If you're a vendor and you want to vend at something like that. I currently don't charge a fee for vending. But like I said, I usually only have one or two. So it's kind of, you know, if there's interest, let me know. If there's not, no sweat off my back. And it's fine. But yeah, I would love to see you come out and have a great time. It's quickly turning into a very welcoming group. Like, we're very, I don't want to say tight knit because then that makes us sound exclusive, and it's not. We have new people every time. It's been wonderful every time. I open it to everybody, so it's not just cross stitchers. So if you diamond paint, knit, crochet, paper piece, any of that kind of stuff, you're more than welcome. If you color and you want to come out, bring your coloring book. It's fine. You can't really bring a sewing machine because there's no outlets. But our rooms have amazing lighting, so you don't even have to worry about bringing a light. Some people still bring their lights, but you don't really need them, in my opinion. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I usually have snacks set out, and we have coffee, hot chocolate, tea, all that kind of stuff, all free, water. So yeah, it's a great day for $15. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, what else do we have going on that I need to talk to you about? Oh, shop updates. Slowly working on them. Etsy's being a bit of a pain right now, and there's a lot of things kind of going on behind the scenes that I'm trying to figure out to make that run a bit smoother. So debating what we're going to do in the future. Am I going to stay on Etsy, or am I going to try to go back over to Shopify, or like make my own platform somewhere else? I'm not sure. So I will keep you guys in the loop about that. But as for right now, I'm still on Etsy. Everything's still there. Or you can still find me here, obviously. And on Instagram, I'm still Monkey and Mouse Stitchery. So I'm pretty easy to find. But yeah, just reach out there if you have any questions, or shoot me a message here. Or you can always send me an email to info monkeyandmouse@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for the last 50 minutes. Hopefully you got some work done. If not, hopefully you got some relaxing done. And yeah, I'll make sure that I try to tag or link anybody I've spoken about for products in here, and I will work over the next few days on updating my WIP list on my Google Docs, because that is not up to date. And yeah, so in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It's great to sit down and hang out with all you guys again. Love you lots, and we'll see you next time. Bye.